Morning, morning. It is currently the 7th of June. It's a Friday, 1 minute past 5. I am recording this fairly early because after work I gotta go to this going away thing, so I'm not too sure if I'll have time to record. I'm sure I do, but I just wanted to get the video out of the way so I'm not rushing around. Got a decent day planned for me. I'm not sure what I'm doing at work, but yeah, I got that going away thing in the afternoon, and then I got a poem, and I know it's gonna be eating at me all day, thinking about not just a car sale, but just a lot of different things in my life, and I think if I want to start off this Friday properly, I wanted to start off with a reminder. And the poem that I've chosen is called "In Praise of What I Oh sorry, In Praise of I Don't Know." It's on a page called Grateful Living, so it's by Stein. And okay, here we go. Stein is a ninja poet, writing guide, and creative adventures. She has kept a weekly short form poetry practice 10-line Tuesday since 2005 and facilitates writing workshops in person and online. After a 7-year stint in the suburbs of New Jersey, she is now happily inconceived in the wilds of Midcoast, Maine, in a house named Todd Hall. Okay, thanks, Mayor. In praise of I don't know. Mostly, what washes up at the beach isn't whole, though our eyes are peeled for the perfect form of, say, a perfume bottle, or an old coin, or a message from the dead. Instead, what reveals itself as the tide pulls back is a sea of uncertainty, cryptic shards with the vaguest clues whose answers are scattered in places likely too far from here. We will never retrieve them, not in the way our mind craves assembly. But look how, against the late season's light, a filmy beauty descends, nearly silencing the clamor of what pulls at our sleeves to solve. What if we could let ourselves rest for a little, while in this halo of I don't know, feel its soft touch against our urgent skin? What if the thing in our hands and every fracture what if the thing in our hands and every fractured reminder is its own answer? What if leaning into the wobbly shapes of our lives is another kind of sweetness and gold? Pretty fucking good, actually. I think it's about perspective. I think that's what this poem is kind of going for. Like, sometimes, and I think it's like, from what I might read it one more time, but like when you go to the sea and you pick up the sand, and from how they describe it, it's like that the pebbly type beach. When you pick it up, it's like a cluster, but when you take it for what it really is an assembly of all these different things that have come to form what is currently in your hands. And how, if you were just to look at or appreciate for what it was, and how, the fact that you are holding it in your hands, you'll find the real beauty in it. But to anyone else, it's just a bunch of pebbles and sand mixed together. Yes, I think it's like, and it's your approach as well. If you want to find the meaning in it, or the appreciation in it. You will find it when you think about it and you appreciate what it is for what it is. I like that. That's what I got out of it. I'll read it one more time. I kind of stumbled a few times, but maybe if I read it more slowly and maybe it'll hit a nice spot. But yeah, that's what I got out of it. And I think when as I was just doing my gratitude journal this morning, I find myself repeating myself a lot, but I think when I am writing the gratitude journal and I'm thinking about the day ahead of me, I'm usually writing for the day that passed, but I often think about the day that's ahead of me, and I think about how I have the opportunity to go and earn money. I have the opportunity to do something that I want to do. I'm grateful for the people at work that are patient with me and take the time to explain things, and I get to know them slowly day by day, and I think about the roof over my head and fucking I can go boil a jug and I've got a hot cup of coffee in my hand, and I switch flick a switch and my light comes on. Yeah, just these little things that, I don't know, writing that journal really makes me grateful, and I'm just thinking about this poem now and thinking about how there's certain things in my life that I get anxious and I'm really worried about, but I just have to change my perspective on it and appreciate it for what it really is. And often I think I don't appreciate it because my mind is clustered with uncertainty. I'll read it out one more time and then I might call it, but pretty nice poem actually. It's one of those actual poems. I'm not saying that the other ones aren't poems, but this one's quite well written and I quite like it. Alright, I'll read it one more time. Mostly. Alright, so here we go. In praise of I don't know. Fuck, good title as well. In praise of I don't know. And it's okay to fucking not know. Mostly what washes up at the beach isn't whole, though our eyes are peeled for that perfect form of, say, a perfume bottle, or an old coin, or a message from the dead. Instead, what reveals itself as the tide pulls back is a sea of uncertainty, cryptic shards with the vaguest clues whose answers are scattered in places likely too far from here. We will never retrieve them, not in the way our mind craves assembly. But look at how, against the late season light, a filmy beauty descends, nearly silencing the clamor of what pulls at our sleeves to solve. What if we could let ourselves rest for a little while in this halo of I don't know? Feel its soft touch against our urgent skin. What if the thing in our hands and every fractured remainder is its own answer? What leaning into the wobbly shapes of our lives is another kind of sweetness and gold? Fuck. Thanks, Maya. That was a fucking good poem, actually. Truly, I don't. Yeah, and actually now when I think about it as well, there's certain things that we always have to have an answer to. Like, I have to figure it out. I have to know how this fits in. I want the answer now, now. But maybe there's a beauty in being patient and letting it form itself and letting it play out, because that in itself is not just a fucking skill to remain calm and be present, but there's a lesson in there as well. Fuck, I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good one to start off a Friday. Because we're always looking for some sort of something that hit us quick, a lesson. And I think I'm a big advocate for always be willing to learn and always change your perspective, and I think that has its place in this poem. But one thing that I don't advocate, or one thing I don't often say, is being patient. Being patient, being patient, being patient, being willing to let the cards fall as they may. I love knowing I want the answer now. But what if we could let ourselves rest for a little while in this halo of I don't know? Feel its soft touch against our urgent skin. What if the thing in our hands, in every fractured remainder, is its own answer? What if leaning into the wobbly shapes of our lives is another kind of sweetness and gold? Fuck. Man, that sounds deep this morning, but that's a deep poem. Really, really good. It's called, if anybody wants to read it for themselves, it's called In Praise of I Don't Know, Mayor Stein. I'm going to write, that's one of my favorite poems, actually. I like that one. Alright, I don't know why I was going to stop writing now, but I'll leave it there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.